Hi everybody, Tasha here from Pixie Mommy's Reborns. Welcome back to everybody new. Hello and welcome. Happy Sunday to you all. I have Mikhail here, and look who Mikhail met. Little Muffin. So to those of you new, this is Mikhail, and he is my reborn toddler baby. He is the Liam sculpt by Bonnie Brown, and he was reborned by Mary Kate of Hill Country Reborns. And his fluffy little friend here, I just got at Marshall's the other day and named this little guy Muffin. So it is like 4:30 a.m. and many of you that know me know I'm a night owl, and it's kind of like morning hours at this point. So I made myself a cup of coffee, and I figured I would hang out with you all for a few. I'm just going to wet Mikhail's hair here and just, spruce it up a little bit. It's getting like, fluffy, I guess, frizzy. And he is in this outfit from Next Baby, which is like my current absolute favorite outfit on him. I'm just loving this one. So just give this a little brush through, and then I just kind of scrunch it up, and that's about it. His hair is just so beautifully rooted, and the hair itself is beautiful. I believe Mary Kate processes her own mohair, which is really nice. Whatever hair she uses and whatever process she does, it is absolutely amazing. So, sorry about the wheel. I know the hamsters, that's Sugar Pop running on his wheel, and then of course sometimes you hear all the sugar gliders on their wheels. And sometimes, I meant to tell you all, sometimes you'll hear like what sounds like a puppy barking in my videos, and that is the sugar gliders. They bark. They bark like kind of to one another. The moms bark to the babies. Sometimes they're just barking for me because they want attention and they hear me talking out here. So, because I think one video there was like a ton of barking. I'm like, oh my gosh, somebody is going to think I have like a little puppy locked up or something, because that's literally what it sounds like. So it is Sunday. It is freezing here on Long Island, New York. I think we're supposed to get some more snow, and sorry, I had to make my way over to my coffee because I moved the coffee table and just tripped over my slippers. Anyway, so it's bitter cold, and with that I've had a rough weekend on my my back, my spine, like where I had the surgery. Like when it's like this like bitter cold and almost like I guess it's almost like a damp feeling, it really I can really wind up in a lot of pain. So I've been just kind of laying low this weekend, and I've been just like, having ice on my back and stuff. And so I've been watching a little bit of YouTube, but not Dolly YouTube. I was caught up I was watching some like medical, like emergency ER kind of stuff like that. And I was also watching, it came up in my feed, Pawn Stars. Not porn, not porn, pawn as in like pawning items, Pawn Stars. So it's that shop in Las Vegas, I believe, that the guys, like, they're quite the characters, and they have a show of it. And they have a lot of seasons. I think I've watched them a few times years ago, but anyway, it came up in the feed, and it's really interesting because some of the the items that are brought into the pawn shop, well, first of them off, some of them are very like rare and expensive and like historical, things like letters from George Washington, or Houdini's jacket, or I don't know. There's just a lot of cool stuff on there. And it's pretty amazing to see. So in watching this, because I like got like, like was just watching, just laying around being a bum watching. So I noticed that, a lot of collectibles are brought in, and a lot of types of things are collectibles. So it's not just like stamps and coins that are collectible. There's all sorts of stuff. And it seems to a lot of the stuff, not that women don't collect things too, but a lot of the things are I think more geared towards men and things that men are interested in. And so I started to notice, I'm like, oh my gosh, the way these guys collect some of these things, like, old war memorabilia, old guns, old toys, old anything really. Pez dispensers. I mean, it's like crazy. So, and like when they get brought in like a car, like they as somebody did like a replica of the DeLorean from Back to the Future, and they were like having a ball, taking a spin in this. They were going to fire like this old World War cannon, and just all kinds of stuff. And somebody brought in these huge G.I. Joe play sets from like the late 1980s, when they had these like huge things. And the guys literally sat there because they wanted to, quote, make sure all the pieces were there. But like they, like went in the back room and literally built all these sets, all these toys, like, because they wanted to. A train set was another one. They went and set up the tracks, and they're all there playing with it. And I'm cracking up thinking to myself, I think the longer that I'm in this hobby, I feel like when I guess I should only speak for myself, but I noticed that a lot of collectors kind of feel that way, like timid and shy, like, coming into the hobby, about wanting to share it with friends and family, or even be public about it, like share their collections on social media, and or come onto YouTube and things like that, for fear of people thinking it's a weird hobby. And there are no weird hobbies. Well, I mean, that's up to, some hobbies actually do look kind of weird maybe to us, but they're hobbies. They are truly hobbies, and adults play. We just, we just do it. It's, gosh, I think since probably the dawn of time, collecting and, adults, wanting to play with, collectibles and still have fun. And, a lot of the things that are like nostalgic, like the old arcade video games and stuff like that, these guys are going crazy over. So it just really had me laughing, because like there is like literally zero difference between a a a woman or a man, anybody, finding, these absolutely not only amazing works of art and collectibles, but these dolls that would be nostalgic to us, anyone that did play with dolls as a child, right? And what's like the ultimate thing that, especially as a little girl, you want? Like that realism, a baby doll, or at least I know I did, right? And so doing things like dressing them and changing them and feeding them and all that sort of stuff, like that all goes with the whole what we did with them then and what we're doing with them now, right? Doesn't that make sense? Like I've kind of from for the past few years, like anybody that that I know in my personal life that perhaps didn't know that I collect dolls, and however it comes up, whether it comes up in conversation and I say, oh yeah, I have a YouTube channel or whatever, I find it, first off, nobody questions it. Like, I really haven't had anybody question it. And second off, like, if I did need to do a little explaining, just explaining, like, hey, it's a hobby. It's, when you're collecting dolls, it's a collection, whether you have one or 21 or 200 or whatever it is. Some of us collect other types of dolls, and yes, we play with them, right? And the YouTube channel, I mean, and I can only imagine, and I didn't even search it, but I've seen in the past, definitely, there's like some really popular toy and gaming channels I know that are out there that are run by guys. And what are they doing? They're doing box openings, they're opening toys, they're reviewing toys, they're playing with, toys, and that's fun. And they're, co-mingling with people that share the love, the passion of the same hobby. So whatever it is that you think is cool and that you're passionate about and that you want to collect, it's fun to share that with others. And there's so many people in the world that get really, um, immersed into hobbies, and it's a big thing. People spend a lot of money, a ton of money. That just kind of reminded me of that, watching that show this weekend. Like, oh my gosh, the amount of money that people will drop on collectible items. People want rare things that there's not that many of, or a one of a kind that they consider the holy grail of whatever it is. And I don't know. It just reminded me a lot of us in the reborn doll hobby. And I thought it would just make for a cute little Sunday conversation piece, Sunday morning Pixie Cafe style. Right, Mikhail? Mwah. I don't know how much you can see of me here because, like, I didn't really want to put my face on. My face is swollen. My like joints are swollen. Everything feels swollen. I don't know what's up. I really need to. I don't know. I don't want to talk about that stuff right now. I just wanted to come on and chat with you all and have you all see Mikhail and little Muffin. Don't they look so cute together? I think little Muffin is gonna be just loved by all the babies in my nursery. I haven't put him with Oscar yet. I can't wait to take pictures with Oscar, but I just feel like he just fits right in here, and he's the perfect little, like, doggy doll, stuffed animal or whatever to have in my nursery. Because it's like the dolls when one just actually calls to you, and they kind of own you, right? Right, Mikhail? Like, right, Mikhail is totally my dream, Liam. It took me, several years and through a couple Liams to get to, the one that was truly made to be mine. So I get a lot of questions when I feature Mikhail, both on YouTube and on Instagram. I guess toddlers are just, popular. A lot of, people, like the toddler dolls, and, Liam pretty much all Bonnie Brown sculpts, I feel like, are definitely very popular, and rightfully so, because this sculpt is a masterpiece in itself. So, and I'm like totally cool, like, in the comments, ask away, ask questions. I try to remind from time to time that I don't get DMs, PMs, private messages, or like emails and stuff like that. I have the dyslexia. It's difficult for me. I just, you know, some people, they don't see it on my Instagram biography that I just, I don't know. I got business and kids and all other kinds of stuff, so it's not like this is like my full-time anything. It's just my hobby. And it's just fun to, share with all of you, and post and interact, in the comments and things like that. And if you do want additional interaction, or to come into live chats, and things like that, or request videos, get a little bit more behind the scenes, my channel does have a membership. We are called the Pixie Squad. So there's always a link down below in the description, or you can click the blue join button next to subscribe. It is $1.99 a month. It's all inclusive. You can cancel it at any time. You must be 18 years or older to join, but come on in, support my channel, and get, a little extra for like literally the price of a cup of coffee a month. Come hang out there. But let's see. I guess I covered everything. I just figured I was laying around watching this, stuff. It has a channel, Pawn Stars. I will link the channel below, since I, named the channel and everything. They're great. They're fun to watch. I think they all have really nice personalities. And I think that a lot of you all, as collectors, will be quite interested in the stuff that walks through their doors. It is pretty darn cool seeing some of this stuff. So I was certainly having fun watching it. So I'll share that along with all of you. And Mikhail and Muffin and I appreciate you hanging out with us for a bit this Sunday, or whenever you do watch. So make sure, if you enjoyed this video, to head on over and give it a thumbs up. Give it a big thumbs up for Mikhail and Muffin, and of course me. And while you're at it, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you never miss a video. And we'll see you next time. God bless.